to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
So, Joe, what would you take in trade for Jamal Adams?
Probably an empty pack of bubble gum. Sounds good.
Do I need the wrappers from the pieces of gum or just the packet? Okay.
No, just the packet. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Rivalry Wednesday with Ryan from No Border Sports and me, Joe Stevens from SeahawkTalk. How you doing today, man?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Sorry if dogs start barking. If dogs start barking during the middle of the stream, I have to watch my sister's dogs tonight. So
you seem really enthused.
Yeah, no, it's been a day. So it's definitely been a day. So
it seems like you just watched a recap of the game.
For one, I did. But for two, I really wasn't that disappointed. Like, it's crazy. It really never felt like up until I'd say the last interception that Locke threw that we were out of the game, and that was with 5 minutes left to go. So I'd say, it could have gone a lot worse. You leave that game feeling a lot better than you did leaving the first one.
I can see that. I could totally see that.
You guys got to see a couple times what, kind of having Kenneth Walker back did a little bit on. There was this one pass where it looked like he was going to get tackled for like -2. And he just completely cuts back to the opposite side of the field and gains like 15. A lot of positives to take away. Drew Lock didn't suck like I thought he was. He still made a couple bad decisions, but
he looked a lot better than I expected him to do. He looked a lot better.
Oh, me too, 100%.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, a couple good throws on the run as well. I mean, realistically, the two worst. Shout out Sygen's in the chat. The two biggest concerns on our team were safety Jamal Adams and safety Julian Love, because Julian Love got burnt like toast and Jamal Adams just looked like he didn't want to be there. I will say,
what is
the difference with Julian and Jamal?
Paid that much and don't want to be there,
because you made your money. I don't know. The difference is with Julian and Jamal is Julian didn't give up on plays. There was one play that really irked me with Jamal Adams, and that was when he got beat over the top by Deebo Samuel. And instead of just running, as soon as Deebo Samuel caught the ball, he just pulls his shoulders up. He kind of just starts jogging. That's not Seahawks football. I don't know where they teach that. That's not Seahawks football at all. Seahawks football is what Julian Love did, right? When Ayuk, you thinking, oh man, he's just got one more guy to beat, and then he punches the ball out from behind Ayuk. That's Seahawks football. Even though, like I said, Julian Love wasn't great at all during the game, you can respect a guy for that. That one play definitely kept us in the game. His interception where he just caught it, off the tip, that'll keep us in games. But Jamal Adams, it seems like he doesn't want to be there. That's basically what everybody's talking about in Seattle right now, as far as local radio. So.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm seeing out of him. I don't know if it's Seattle. He sucks. I think he's done playing football. I think he's realized I was watching and it seemed like they were playing him as like a linebacker. But he's not even good at that. Like Fred Warner, they took a safety. They took safety and turned him into a linebacker so he could be good at running routes. Well, he's not. Adams isn't good at running routes anyways. And he's not big enough to be a real thumper. You know what I mean? In the box, down in, down out. Yeah.
And so it just looks like, for one, he's afraid of contact. For two, when he does make contact, it doesn't work. For three, and this is my biggest part, is it seems like his heart's just not in it. That's the biggest part to me, and which I don't understand. And I've heard that before. Somebody was like, oh, maybe Jamal just doesn't want to play in Seattle. Who wouldn't want to play in Seattle? Let's be honest. We have a winning culture for the better part of 2 decades, right? We've had a winning culture, playoff teams, never a top 5 draft pick since 2008. So until the Broncos gave us one. So I don't want to hear any of that. That's completely ridiculous.
Well, you guys scored pretty well in that NFLPA, thing. It's not like you guys nobody was off the charts, but you guys were definitely in good standing. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell players would rather, just on those, if you're just looking at that, not pay or anything like that, players would rather play in your franchise than in half of the other ones.
Well, it's just so weird because guys come here and they love being here, and when they leave, they think it's going to be better, and then they come back and they talk about how much better this place is than everywhere else. And then Jamal Adams comes
and
from
they can
New
truly
York.
be themselves there.
Yeah, Jamal Adams comes from New York, and which is a losing organization, filled with losers. I mean, let's be honest. And he seems to not want to play here. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. So I'd bench him. If I was the Seahawks, I'd bench him. I'd bench Julian Love at this point, even though at least Julian Love is showing that he wants to be out there. So I don't know.
Yeah. Why don't we get into this clip? One of my favorite segments every week on the Pat McAfee show is In the Trenches. And not only is it a great play by the Niners that they're talking about, but he's talking about his frustrations with the Jamal Adams. So here we go.
You guys see that? It's like a little vet move. The little right arm ripped through, and then he just basically plays basketball and seals them off. Huge hole. These guys all over pursue. We get hell of a job where Jamal Adams, who knows what the fuck he's doing. And then you get Ayuk. Whoa. You get Ayuk.
What are you saying about Jamal? It's a vet.
Why is he running away?
He's got a lineman on him.
He's running away.
Yeah, he didn't want any of that.
No,
Can't let him get up inside. He got to sit back inside.
Listen, let's be very clear. This was the first play of the game, boys. First play of the game. And you don't want contact on the first play, game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, the game was over for him. I'd say the rest of the team played pretty damn good. I don't want to harp on this team too much. It's just more or less of that one guy pissing me off.
I don't think he was talking about the game was over for the Seahawks. I think the game was over for him. I think that's exactly right. Because it's like, you are not going to attempt anything. You know what I mean? Like, you were just mailing it in. Well, why even have him out on the field?
Well, here's my problem. He had a huge shoulder issue 2021, right? Played through it. I think another shoulder problem in 2020. Something was going. He played basically hurt 2020, 2021, 2022. He played like 8 8 minutes. No, maybe he played into the second half. I don't remember. Either way, he didn't play full game. And he looked way better when he was hurt in 20 and 21. So there's that. And yeah, thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
We gotta wear our hats backward.
I didn't get it.
Colin Coward said Brock Purdy isn't a real franchise quarterback because he's not serious and he wears his hat backwards.
Oh, I thought you guys were praising Colin Cowherd in the group chat, so I didn't even pay attention. I hate Colin Cowherd, even though he claims he's one of those guys. I'm a Seattle guy. Well, when's the last time you've been to Seattle, dude? So,
well, what's your thoughts on people wearing their hat backward and that having to do with how professional they are, I guess, or how much of a winner they could be?
Ken Griffey, first ballot Hall of Famer, won the home run derby with his hat backwards. So, Colin, if you're so much of a Seattle guy like you claim to be all the time, I'd take it easy on that.
Oh, let me give a shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Give them there. We got Philly special cards in the house. Lil Sponge, what up, Lil Sponge?
Lil Sponge.
Getting called the real one right here. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button like Bryant Culp said. I'm sure you guys already have. You guys know the drill.
I'd like to get to, can you bring up the question that Sijin asked, if that's cool with you? I can bring it up.
Yeah. Which one? Okay, there we go.
I just brought it up. Do you think that Kenny McIntosh will get some touches before the season ends? I'd like him to, but I think with Walker back and Charbonnet looking as good as he is, maybe like we all said, we'd like to see Kenny McIntosh in the DJ Dallas role. So, yeah. Anyways,
Charbonnet cut us. Charbonnet cut us for a couple.
He's a beast.
I like me some Charbonnet.
Well, then I don't know.
He's a nasty little bastard.
I don't know if you remember. I think it was like, God, it was a pass to Walker, and he went all the way to the right side of the line of scrimmage, saw there was nothing there, cut all the way back to the left sideline, came like 15 yards. These are a couple hella good running backs we have. I don't use hella a lot in the show.
Well, that is a California word. Bay Area, actually. That's a Bay Area. That's like, all Niners fans use hella.
I just think it caught me saying it.
But no, that I wrote a note about that run, and it seems like when we break down and we crash all to the one spot, if somebody doesn't get that person, we are so out of position afterwards. We turn what it could be a great stop into a great gain for the other team. And I've noticed we've done that on a couple occasions. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I just know that our defense is so good at attacking points that if we can't get through and we can't wrap anybody up and they can get out on the backside and turn up field somehow or go sideways and then turn up field, they can get us. And I've seen
that usually comes from a lot of playing man coverage. If you guys play a lot of man coverage, that usually happens.
Well, even on when we're stopping runs and stuff like that, because look at what happened on that play. We all sold out to 1 point, right? Everybody sold out to 1 point.
Nobody covered their backside.
Nobody stayed home. because everybody's hunting, and I get it. I totally understand it. But we need to have another hunter setting up a trap when, everything's good, all too good to be true.
Yeah.
What about this one? Real quick. What about this question? I didn't know Pete was in fear of losing the locker room.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's so hard to say if someone's lost a locker room, because I think it also comes down to a lot of, your veteran leadership kind of losing their heads. I'm not going to blame DK for the fight that happened on Sunday. I'd blame DK and Fred Warner.
Well, did you hear what Kyle Shanahan did?
What?
Kyle Shanahan told everybody, whoever gets under Metcalf's skin, I'll give you a Christmas present. You get a Christmas present.
So Warner got a Christmas present then, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it was, think about this. Everybody's trying to get that present at this point, right? So to me, I don't really give, like DK, I don't even fault him, because he was playing an unfair game, right? He was playing in a very unfair game. It was very incentivized for people to get him all pissed off, and he's just trying to win a game. You know what I mean? And look,
I'm not saying it really didn't work. It didn't even work to piss him off until you slam his head into the ground. That's what pissed him off, obviously.
And that was, and that's not, to me, that's not even like part of what you can do to win. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be verbal. It's got to be verbal. Like McDaniel or Randall, John Randall, who got Dilfer so pissed on some words that Dilfer was like, beat him in the face on the ground, and Randall's on the ground like, what are you doing? What does this guy do? Gets him ejected, is like laughing his ass off. That's where you get the points. But yeah, I don't fault DK. Like, I don't fault DK.
Yeah,
I think everybody should have got a flag though. You know what I mean?
I think the two
people, I thought, and Fred and DK should have got the flag. But then seeing what happened and what Demo did, I don't really think he punched him. He was pushing him, and half of his hand hit his helmet. You know what I mean? It was a push, and half his hand hit the face mask. So to me, I don't get a punch, but I can understand why you have to act, why he has to be thrown out and all that stuff, because it's too close. We all seen it. Plus, like, it was getting chippy, so they had to make a statement. So I get it all. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at Diamador Lenore. I'm not mad at
well,
anybody.
if I was New York and I would have went upstairs, I'd say, who's the aggressor of the situation, right? And I'd say it was Fred Warner, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd say, okay, Warner, you're out. DK, you're out. Because those are really the two people that the fight started with. That's what I do. And I get Lenore kind of grazed his helmet, but, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just get on to the next fucking game, I guess. It was a tough one. It was a lot more fun of a game than the first one was, I'd say, for both of us, right? Because it wasn't just one team kicking the crap out of the other.
Yep.
Even though it felt like it from the first play, it felt like it was just going to be a repeat, but it wasn't. God, if Locke doesn't throw a couple of those bonehead throws, it was the first interception that Locke threw. He was just forcing it to DK and just was off by about a foot and threw it right to the defender. I'm not sure which guy picked that off. I don't remember. I couldn't tell you. We'll find out in our stat sheets.
Jair Brown.
Yeah.
Because the last
good play by
one
Jair
was
Brown,
Fred.
but really just a throw that Locke shouldn't be making.
There was about 4 balls that should have been intercepted that weren't.
Yeah.
Like, who was it? Ambry Thomas knocked one down early to, I think, DK that should have been intercepted. And then right before Travarius Ward got hurt, he should have intercepted one. He tried to catch that one twice. Like, he almost caught it once, and then he went back up in the air, and then he had another chance to catch it, and he dropped it 4 times. And I'm still saying that was like way better a football than Drew Lock. I expected Drew Lock to play. You know what I mean? And he threw 2 interceptions, and there's 4 of them that should have been intercepted.
I mean, that throw to DK, that touchdown, that had to be luck. There's no way that somebody can throw it that perfect.
Oh,
you saw it went right over the defender's fingertips, like by an inch, and then right into DK's hands. Well, sorry, Spongy. I'll
from the backside too. You don't.
Sorry,
you don't expect the ball to be coming in that area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't expect that to come at you like that, and that's why I wasn't mad at Diamador Lenore. He played really good ball there. The only way he was going to stop that was by turning around a lot earlier and being able to actually track where the ball is, and then realizing it's coming in a different. Yeah, and then he would have been beat. And if you're going to ask him to try and make a correction, like long term on this, like no, because he's going to get beat on all those other ones that he could just play good technique on. So, yeah, I was like, this is great. I can't fucking knock him. Can't knock him. This is good shit.
Hopefully Witherspoon will be back. That was a big loss during the game. Witherspoon, he had a back problem, and I don't know if you know this, but he's a game changer. Yeah, he was out for like the whole second half. So, let's get to. Can we get to our stats really quick before we get on to like next week or whatnot? Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not cool.
No, fuck you. We're gonna keep talking about this. I fucked up. There we go. Sorry, guys. Here you are. Once again, like a couple weeks ago, the stat cards are kind of just going to be a carbon copy of each other, but the exact opposite. So yeah, Locke had a decent game, threw for a couple 100 yards. We didn't get much going on the ground. I think it was 70 yards on the ground, so not a great day on the ground. But the short passing game worked. 70, yeah. So penalties and punts right about where we've been all year. Unlike last game where we only had penalties and no punts. So yeah, where are we at? Oh no, I fucking skipped it. Sorry. I did what you did last week. Sorry, we allowed what was it? 4 sacks to you guys, 2 interceptions. So that was rough.
Yep.
Here's what I want to look at here. So the yards allowed. I think Purdy had like 350 plus yards passing.
354.
And so the Seahawks under Pete Carroll have allowed opponents over 500 yards. 500 total yards, I think 15 times since he took over as head coach. 10 of them have came since 2020. So that's
2 of them are this season.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying. So, definitely have some things to shore up there. Like I said, Adam sucked in coverage. Love sucked in coverage.
Who'd you play week 9?
I want to say that was the Ravens game.
Okay.
Yeah, because they had like 301 yards on the ground that game. It was insane.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, anyways, Purdy 9 for 27, pretty decent game. Or 19 for 27. You think about that, 19 completions for 354 yards is pretty impressive. I don't know what his yards per pass was, but you can do the math.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Well, the big thing is we were yards per play was 9.9. And that's kind of a normal thing for us, is 9.9 yards per play when it averages out. And that's insane.
Yes. Yes, it is.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like
almost a first down every play.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what their third down. They were 6 for 11, so a little better than 50%. We got to Purdy 3 times. He threw one pick, which was deflected. And then Ayuk fumbled. That was that play I was talking about where Love chased him down. Drew Lock, 269 yards passing. Not bad. Not bad, buddy. I was expecting like 110 with 5 interceptions.
Come on, probably like 150.
Yeah, 3 interceptions, no touchdowns.
You got some studs. He could do like some 7-yard pass, some 5-yard pass, and they could take it, 20, 30.
But
you got some guys.
Look at 22 for 31. Not a bad. That's over 66%. Third down, obviously shitty on third down. 2 for 11. And then those 2 interceptions. I mean,
the 22 was on first and second down, and the 30 the 9 was on third down, bruh.
Yeah. DK touchdown.
Because actually, if you look at it, -2 from 11 is 9.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, yeah, obviously both touchdowns receiving. Rushing yards, Charbonnet with a hard 44 yards. Like I said, he fought for those. K9, 21. So Lockett actually led the day with 89 receiving yards. DK only had 2 catches, but they were for 52 yards and 1 touchdown. Not bad in my book. Got the tight ends involved a little bit with Parkinson and Fant. Looked great. Yeah, JSN, there was one ball that locked through him, and I knew he wasn't going to get the first down and knew he was going to get absolutely hammered and didn't catch the ball. I don't know if you remember that. That was in the 4th quarter. Let's look at the tackle leaders here. Bobby led the way. I want to say Brooks was in there, and I don't think I did that right at all. No, I did. So White is assists. Sorry. I thought White was sacks. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah, Big Cat got in for a sack, Dre Jones and Jay Reed. So all guys from the interior line. And then look at that, Julian Love, the lone man with the turnovers there, the fumble, forced fumble and interception. So yeah, you can go to yours if you want now.
All right. Let's see. Here's the Niners. We pretty much saw the first couple, I guess. We allowed an interception. We allowed 3 sacks. Penalties, we had 5 penalties and 5 punts. So kind of keeps with the trend. We're kind of hovering around there. That's when we're playing good ball. One thing I've noticed is we can give up turnovers. It's just when we do it multiples, that's when we have issues.
Yeah.
I go to the next graphic. I believe this is just going to tell us about Drew Lock. Yep, Seahawks. We pretty much went already over that with you guys. Brock Purdy had 395 yards altogether. He had 388 passing. Is insane.
Yeah.
He was 6 and 11 on third down. He was 19 and 27. We already heard that. Debo had 2 TDs. Jordan Mason had a TD, and Kittle had a TD. He was sacked 3 times. I think we already went over that. You did it twice. I did it twice. All right. Rush yards. CMC had 145 yards. It's hard to lose a game when you got a guy out there rushing for 145 yards. And then if you look over at the receiving real quick, you'll see Deebo Samuel with 149 and Brandon Ayuk with 126 and Kittle with only 76 yards, but also he had a touchdown. So, I mean, like it's hard to lose a game when you've got guys like that on your team.
Yeah.
Some crazy stats. Waiting for the next. There we are. So Isaiah Oliver and Jair Brown tied with the most tackles. At I think 5. I think they both had 5 and 1 assist. Fred Warner was like 4 for 4, and he had an interception. Javon Kinlaw had a half a sack. Cleveland Farrell had a sack. Randy Gregory had a sack, and Nick Bosa had 1.5 sacks. Jair Brown's really taken off. He said he was going to go for an interception. Was it Jair Brown? I think it was Jair Brown. He said he was going to go for an interception, Warner's interception, but he said he's seen Warner coming in with the head of steam, and he's like, there's no way I was going to win. So he just stayed there and played cleanup just in case. But yeah, you see the interceptions we got, Jair Brown and Warner. But yeah, there we go. That's the tail of the tape.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Let me fix our screen really quick. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that.
My bad. And God damn it, I suck at this. There we go. A little better. Look at that. But yeah, looks like we got some more people in the chat. We got Seahawks Eddie. We got this guy Dre. I've never seen you before, but he said Lamar Jackson is going to walk into Levi Stadium in San Francisco and destroy Brock Purdy and the 49ers on Christmas Day, which I will correct you, Dre. Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara, so he will be in the wrong city if he does that. But I truly think that's going to be a game of the year type matchup. So,
well, the previous game of the year was the Niners against the Eagles, and I don't remember the Ravens being in one of those games yet this year. So I don't know if they might not be. It might not be the guys.
Let's just see. I think the Ravens are pretty fucking good. I think you guys are.
Oh, I do too.
And I'm ready to watch that. I think that'll be a really fun one.
What I've seen from the Ravens and the Eagles are they win, but they string it together. You know what I mean? They barely get over the other person, and they're all this talented, but they're winning by the skin of their teeth. So to me, I don't see that as being as tough and as talented as everybody's saying. Yeah, they might have names on the field, but the names aren't playing up to the caliber that they've had in previous years.
I'd say they beat the dog piss out of us. Okay. They beat the dog shit out of the Browns 28-3. Some other big wins over the Lions 38-6, us 37-3.
Hey, we beat you pretty bad early on this season also, but we're also divisional teams that know each other really well.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we put up on you I would kind of say is almost equal to kind of what they put on you. That first game, not this last game.
Yeah.
But if you take into account like knowing somebody divisionally, we kind of blew you out in that first game. Like it was like, because look at how you played us this last time. A lot different. Like I was confident we were going to win, but it wasn't a for sure thing there until like the end of the third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't have like, oh, we got this. So even that the interception that you were what? You were 15 points down? No. 14 points down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you score a touchdown, 2-point conversion, you're like 4 points away. Or sorry, 6 points away. So another touchdown, and you could take a game.
Down. We're down by 9 when he threw 12 when he threw the interception. So a
12.
touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, down by 4. Yeah.
So yeah. Want to give a shout out. Dave McNiner's in the chat. I will send you my picks from last week. I'll just screenshot my ESPN pick and league, and I'll send them to you for last week. Sorry about that, man. And then week 12, I should have all of them in, but I don't know. Other than that, let's see who else we got. Randy Elite Daytona, giving a clap to Oliver.
And I didn't really see him out there a lot in the second half, as far as I noticed. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch it again, but I should probably go back and watch it again just to see what Oliver was doing. Because with everybody out, I kind of want to know. Because we also got a lot of injuries that game that, who knows, we might not have them play this game.
Carcast said news on the Witherspoon injury. Carroll said he should play next week, but the problem is with playing a Monday Night Football game, we're always going to get our injury reports a day later. So maybe today there was an official injury report, but I think tomorrow is for sure the day we'll finally start getting some updates on some of these guys. I know as corny as it sounds.
You guys need to win.
I'm not worried about it. Like I said, what's the season for us? What is it? No, I'm going to go to the game.
You need to win for us.
My mom. We're going to have fun, right? That's the biggest thing. We're going to have fun. And I put Jamal Adams on the injury list. I just put him, heart problems. And people would be like, what's wrong with Jamal Adams? And they're like, no, actually, like, he needs to have a heart for football right now, maybe. And I just put him on the injury report. Just did not participate.
Yeah.
Why? Heart. I think we might have a good shot at the Eagles.
His eyes are I do think they are wounded right now. Mm-hmm. Their secondary is beat up, been exposed, and their quarterback isn't as exact as everybody thought he was. So when he's made to play good football standing in the pocket and make his arm the showcase of his game, he kind of falls short sometimes. I can't say it's all the time, but it's easier to have him beat you with just his arm, or it's easier for you to have to defend to him to beat you with just his arm than you to have to defend against him beating you with his arms and his legs. So Lamar, if you control the pocket, constrict it slowly. No, not Lamar. Well, Lamar too, but Jalen Hurts. Constrict it slowly so he can't get out, and make him have to pass the ball. Make him have to pass it. And you guys got lockdown corners. Play a lot of good man.
Yeah, if they bench,
you will get interceptions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Brown should be back this week too, Trey Brown. So that was another big miss last week. Our starting left outside cornerback was out. But yeah, so I don't know. Oh, we'll see. I think it should be a good game this weekend. Who do you guys got this weekend?
Cardinals.
Ooh. The daunted Cardinals. Yeah. Not much.
The side gen coming in. What up? He says, hit the likes for these guys. 8 watching should match the likes. I'm guessing there is a deficiency in likes here. Oh, come on, please, guys. It's real easy to hit the like from my buddy Joe. Oh, and subscribe to my buddy Joe, please. This is a great guy right here. We do a great show every Wednesday. So make sure to come on through. Appreciate you. And if you're a Seahawks fan, please share this to other Seahawks fans. We've got a lot of 49ers fans here in the chat. A lot of his subscribers are 49ers fans. And it's because he's one of my homies. We got this, we're hooking it up, but he needs to expand his Seahawks not fan base, but community. So please share it with the people.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate all of it. Thank you. Yeah, Brian, thanks, you man. But yeah, Seahawks Eddie said he'll be at the game this weekend. I'll probably run into you right by the bathroom again. He knows where I pee. That's where I always run into Eddie at. Is the one freaking bathroom right outside the bathroom. I'm like, hey, what's up, Eddie?
Well, hey, if you just get, a plate of nachos and a beer, you know what I mean, and you got to piss real quick, at least you can meet Eddie there and he can hold it for you while you hold your nachos and your beer.
Fuck you. Good one.
Joking, Eddie, I'm joking.
Nah, Eddie's the man. But yeah. Anyways, what do you think about the game this weekend against the Cardinals? I think it's going to be a
tough game
matchup. Huh?
So I was looking into some things. I should have my notes out, but one thing I noticed is they like to McBride. They like to go to McBride a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's their tight end. They got rid of Zach Ertz for him. He's all over the field doing everything. Like the running back screens behind the line of scrimmage. They do that with him. Well, not just him, but that's something they'll throw in him. He runs all sorts of routes. They get him all open, all sorts of sides of the field. But Kyler will hang him out to dry in hospital balls. He has got I watched 3 games yesterday, and he got at least 4 or 5 hospital balls. 2 of them I think were in one game, and he might have got 1 in each other game. But he gets some hospital ball, like Jimmy G to Kittle hospital balls. And then, so one thing I noticed, like Kyler doesn't look like he wants to run so much. Like there was a touchdown play. He looked really fast on the touchdown play. Only had to run like 3 yards, but he ran real fast there. But there was other games where I don't think he was running very fast. I don't know if he's 100%. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to cast doubt, but that's just something I saw. I don't know if he's the guy where we got to really be like he's not looking to run and kill us too much like that, which I think is okay. If we can pin him in the pocket and make him just not be able to see anything, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing with those dual threat quarterbacks is I've always been like, make Kyler beat you with his arm, right? Keep him in the pocket. Don't let him, because that's where he wants to go, is outside the pocket. For one, because he's fast, and for two, because he's so short.
Yep.
Right? So, yeah, I think that's the biggest key to stopping those guys.
Yes.
But, yeah,
Also,
do you want to
when I watched them play against the Rams, it seemed like they were just getting beat by a better team.
Yeah.
It just totally looked like they were just getting beat by a better team. Like it didn't seem like anybody was not playing well. You know what I mean? It just seemed like they were getting beat by another team.
Yeah. What do you what's your final score prediction before, unless you got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Can we talk about the defensive offsides that negated the interception for Diamador Lenore that could have been his Hall of Fame? It could have been his Hall of Fame play that sent him into the Hall of Fame, and they're going to call offsides on Nick Bosa. This is just inhumane. Oh wait, no, real quick. Did you see the punt?
Okay, you're being a smart.
Did you see the punt?
Okay, good. I was like,
I'm being a smart.
I was like,
did you see the punt? The fake punt?
Mm-mm.
No, did you see the fake punt?
No,
you didn't.
No,
I told you to watch that.
I know, and I didn't.
You're a bastard.
I'm defiant. I won't watch it.
They even cut it out of the condensed version.
Oh, they did.
It was really good. And poor who was it? Oh, it was Ronnie Bell. I think it was Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell just fell down. It was like he fell down, I'd say like 2 frames before he was before the guy got in front of him. And if you look at it, you could totally tell he's fallen down, but also at the same time, in real time, you can't point any of that out. You can't point any of that exactly the time that it happened is exactly the time when you want to throw yourself in front. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I looked at it, it was like, oh, that sucks. Cause like, I know that real time, you can't go back. You can't, you know what you just saw. But then when you look at it slow motion, this and that, you're like, oh, and then you know, poor guy, you know, you can almost see him going, no, as he's falling, like, fuck. Ooh.
Actually, guys, I have some news to break. I actually dropped down to 99 during this stream. I dropped down so I'm almost to 100 again, but thank you. I will hopefully get there tomorrow. I was at 100, did the stream, now I'm down at 99, so we must be doing something wrong. Thank you, though, CarCast. I appreciate it.
Somebody was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I'm subscribed to this person.
They're like, oh, yeah, this guy fucking sucks. I'm out. But thanks, CarCast. Right. I appreciate it. Oh, they said I'm at 100. I didn't think I was. I thought I was at 90. It says I'm at 99. Whatever. Same thing. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, Philly, Spongy is at 60. If you're not subscribed to my man, Little Spongy, don't subscribe to him yet. Wait till Monday night after the game to make him feel a little bit better after the loss. And that would be a great present for after the Eagles lose on Monday night. Everybody go subscribe to him after the game on Monday night to make him feel a little bit better that his team just lost.
Oh, God damn. Sorry. I was just looking. I
was making a joke about Spongy. So that's fine. Don't worry. I'm cool.
I'm sorry. I went to go check my stats out, and I found that I had a video popping off.
Sick. Yeah, so Sijin, Seahawks Eddie, I know you're subscribed, but if you don't subscribe to Ryan at No Border Sports on YouTube, go ahead and do that. Final score prediction. What do you think?
For Niners versus Cardinals, I'm gonna go 42 to 13.
I think that's pretty realistic, to be honest. Unless it's a close game for no reason. Seahawks versus Eagles in Seattle. Yeah. 34-17 Seahawks. I think
this
we're
could
gonna
be a
come out game. Yep.
This could be a. You've got two teams that need a win.
Yeah.
Both teams need to win. And no matter who they were before the losing streak, they both are in dire needs to win. You know what I mean? Like I think this could, and you're in Seattle. What's the weather like Monday night? Have you looked?
I don't know. It's been pretty nice here lately. Like it's been like kind of just.
It has
50% chance of rain. 47 degrees. So it's pretty nice
what
for
is it with the
December.
Damn, because if you could get into the low 40s and get the wind up there, wind up there a little bit and sprinkle in some rain, I know the Eagles would not like it.
Well, and then let's look this up.
Except the other day. The other day it was raining, and I swear it was like 33 degrees because my breath was. I could see my breath, and it's raining. Walking to the store, my Crocs, my feet were cold.
So, I don't know when this was posted, but oh my God, I need to look it up. As of 2019, the Seahawks were 24-10 all time in Monday night games. I guess what? Which team has the best winning percentage? Yeah, the Seahawks in Monday Night Football history are they're winning 71% of the time. Next closest would be the Steelers at 64% of the time. So we don't lose on Monday nights that often. So, yeah. I think I lost Ryan there for a second.
You didn't lose me, bruh. I'm still here. Had to grab my Zen.
Sick.
Zen.
But yeah, what do you have going on the rest of the week?
I'm thinking. Well, I'm going to do the Thursday night game tomorrow, so come check me out. Saturday, I think I'm going to put out kind of like an opponent's guide. I'm finish some film research, do some statistic stuff. I might have some stats. Probably going to do a PowerPoint. Probably going to just do a PowerPoint. And then, I'll just do a PowerPoint. And then I'll probably put that out on Saturday. I might not even be live. It might just be a video. I might put that out on Saturday. So check me out.
Yeah. Friday before the Friday night show, I will be doing a special recorded show with a big Seahawks fan, and then I would probably be releasing that maybe Sunday. I don't know when the best time to release it would be. But yeah, so that's all I got. And then Friday night call-in show. So
yeah, which I might or might not be there. I got to work Saturday morning, big time. Somebody needs some help, so I don't know how much, what all I'll be doing Friday night, but yeah, just make sure you check us out. I'll probably have something. Yep. Tell them, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining in. Have a good night. Go Hawks.
Go Niners.